All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Cabinet and time. Now, we're going to talk about certain things today about fighting through the pain, stop the pain. I think we create our own pain, to be honest with you. It's the lack of knowledge. I'm going to say our lack of knowledge is our stupidity. We're not stupid, we follow suit. I want you to understand what that really means. I follow people sometimes and I find out what I did was wrong because they didn't know what they were doing. You ever found like that happen to you? All of a sudden, you're listening and you're doing what they said because you can say, know what they're doing anyway. They're guessing. I can't guess. I have the responsibility. I'm a husband, I'm a father, and I got to take care of business. That's my goal. I got to have that training. So today, we're going to stop. Okay, before 2026, which that's probably what you do. The top of the board, we're going to write down 2026 because that's your goal. Okay? Your goal is to understand in 2026, every goal you have, you can attain. I'm talking about taking care of the family. I'm talking about paying bills. I'm talking about little extras. Then we get the filtration and processing the decision structure. So what do we get to do? The bottom line is we don't need a bunch of this. That's what we want. We want this. It's not even money. It hasn't been money for years ago. It's simple. It's a legal tender. It's a Federal Reserve note. So as we play this game today, and I'm going to call it a game because that's what I call it as a kid. I'm going to want you to take a picture of what I showed on the screen because it's very important to understand what's called auto income. Auto income saved my life, saved the bills get paid. So today we're going to go to the blueprint. You and I are going to go to the blueprint today to understand how to play the game to win. So we're going to think about auto income, write it down, Ray Reynolds auto income. That's $100,000 for the corporation per month or per each division. We can actually get $1 million a day if you want it, because I did that for me. But again, that's a little bit more work. Okay, let's play the game to win. This is live. We're going to talk about fighting through the pain. All right, growth through that as well. And we get to start partnering with me. We got a title there. That's okay. We'll pick that as well. Now, this is live. This is me. I'm live 6 days a week. So I want you to understand something. If you get one of my books, a free download, if you buy a book, that's great. Fantastic. You're stuck with me. I'm going to read this for you. I want to make sure I'm there to help you answer your questions. I don't want you stuck. I feel responsible. So that's my hope to go for you. In the beginning, no picture the recording because it's a waste of time. Why? Because you need to pictures that matter the most. You take so many pictures in your cell phone, it's ridiculous. You don't even pay attention to most of them anyway. What do we do? I want you to focus something today. I'd like you to change your life. I'd like you to focus on changing the way you do certain things, the way you think a little bit. Again, what does that mean? I want you to see what you want, make that list, and go and pray and go get it. See it, believe it, go get it, kind of thing I always did. So what I've done is I created $1 million structure, okay, at 14 and a half, 15 years old. No problem. I got to billion structure at 21, and from there at 22 and a half to 26, I got 2.6 billion in structure. In 2009, we had 3.7. I'm going to call it corporate structure, okay? I'm not going to say I'm rich. I think only silly people say that all the time. But I'm going to talk about how to achieve the goal. It's not easy. I think the problem with most people, the lack of foundation is the lack of the finance, the lack of the dream. You see, what happens, procrastination kills the dream every day. And some of you can give up and you just follow down. So what are you doing? We're going to talk about goodies. Goodies are goodies. In other words, I didn't have a family to tell me I did good or I was proud of me. So my trophies were what I got for myself, and I could do this to myself. When I got the Lamborghini, the Ferraris, the helicopters, the mansions, and the pieces, I could tell myself I did good. That's how I could actually tell myself I accomplished the goal by obtaining that goodie. So I'm going to talk about goodies all the time. Now, moving so many times as a kid, it sucked. So what did I get to do when I first got my first mansion? It's not my mansion. I bought it through a trust. The difference is I like to protect my assets, and I don't want to basically bring the pain home. You're going to hear me say, never bring the pain home. Stop bringing the pain home. I've been saying that for over 40 years. Goodies and goodies. Okay. Winning the game of business, I put together in 1976. In 1976, I'm creating things for myself. I got mini bikes, I got motorcycles, I got dirt bikes, I got a Lamborghini, I got a race car, got all these things I'm accumulating because I'm just having fun. I'm kind of bored anyway. In 1976, I came up with a series called Winning the Game of Business. Now, understand what this means. Let's go back and go to the board. I like to write what I write. Is that okay? God made us to really use our hands, our eyes, and our ears, and pay attention. The more you write, the more your brain records. I know that. Let's go from here. Let's pretend we're going to pay attention 110%. We're going to write down the word bank. Okay? Let's write down banks. Okay? What happens is 21,000 locations. What happens is year, a lot of creditors don't give you lines of credit, or your credit limits are slow, or they shrink your limits. You see, they're all settling. All these lawsuits out there you'll see basically from banks and grocery stores and cities and all these credit cards. So they don't give you as much. Well, we understand how it works. Let's pay attention, please. A bank has a branch number. The branch number is a corporation, by the way. So basically in 1984, for me, 1984, it was very simple. Okay, I'm reading corporations and corporations. So that represents a corporation. I'm doing exactly what the banks are doing even to this day. Now, what does it mean? California has a franchise tax rate, 800 to 1,000 bucks per corporation. Okay, that kind of freaked me out a little bit too, but understand, corporations are very simple. These are banks and they're bankrupting locations. So that BK, I'm not going to be safe an attorney at all. They're closing down 21,000 locations in all the major banks. This is a line of defense. We have to understand we're allowed to do certain things ourselves as well, but unfortunately, nobody took the time to you to pay attention. And the reality is you can have everybody to teach you and show you what needs to be done anyway, in most cases. If you allow me to do it, I can do that for you and with you. Banks doing tax balancing. That's what they're doing. Okay? Tax balancing. There's a big difference between 1984 and 1985. Okay? We had corporations like here, no problem. Let's think about something. The United States of America Incorporated has 50 corporations in states as well, in cities. You see, the Supreme Court record, again, not an attorney, or established corporations as a legal person, a legal person. And that's very simple to understand something. Anything below that is a legal person as well. Corporations, corporations. So in 1995, it changed for me. Okay, we're going to write down here, we're going to basically 9 boxes. So please follow what I'm doing today because I want you to build a blueprint. I would like you to have a blueprint of success, what I created over 40 years ago, so you never bring the pain home ever again. That's what I'd like you to do. Okay, there's no reason to bring the pain home if you know rules and tools. But again, let me see if I can get you to listen and learn today and follow through. So we have 5, all right, we're going to call them divisions, okay? There's a lot more to a division just a DBA, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay? Now, what happens with most of you, I'd say most of you have a corporation. 9 out of 10 people fail to start a business. 92% screw up. You start a piece of paper, you didn't follow through because you didn't know what you're doing anyway. You spend thousands of dollars for a piece of paper, and that's called a corporation, thousands. You listen to attorneys and CPAs online, and what you do, they practice law, probably you get it wrong anyway. So the ability is how to play the game to win. Again, 84, 85, 86, things changed for me. But again, before then, it was corpse. Sometimes nowadays you hear, you need 5 LLC, you need this and that, blah, blah, blah. The reality is that's a bunch of crap, all right, in my opinion, because what they did is they didn't stay within the times. In other words, corporation today. If you have a corporation online, your corporation's there, your name's right there as well, you're the office, you're on the bank account. When they sue, they corporate to you. That's the bottom line. If somebody says that's not true, it's actually not true. It is true because that's what happens to everybody. But again, our goal today would be to help you getting past go. Okay? So let's pretend you have a corporation today. The corporation is a legal person. I'll show you chapter 18 again, public record. What do we do is understand how it works. The problem is we bring the pain home, most of us. There's no reason to do that at all. So understand we have this structure here. Now we're going to do over here. I want you to write what you write, please. We're going to write down SS5, okay? SS5, that's what we're going to write. Equals SSN equals 1040 tax return, okay? So a 1040 tax return. What happens is, you and I, most of us, we were told to go to the Social Administration Department when we were 14 to 16. They told us to get an SSN. We're going to get a job. Okay, fantastic. What happens is I paid attention. And most people did not. Probably you too. You got in there and you basically went to one line that said stand here, and we're sheep and ducks, stand here. All right, fill out your form, turn it in, no problem. So I believe we're sheep and ducks. We walk around going bab, 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 quack, quack, quack. When I went to the counter, I did something different than most people don't do. I asked the lady a question, bless you. The question was very simple. Is this the IRS? My question is this the IRS? Understand what that means. The corner, it says SS5. The SS5 form creates a what? SSN, it creates a 1040 tax return. See, I'm trying to figure out how it works. I tear things apart all the time, see how it works. I want to put it back together like Humpty Dumpty. So my question to her was very simple. Are you the IRS? I had a basic question. Okay, she got so frustrated, she asked her manager to come over. Manager is asking questions, and I'm asking him questions, intelligent questions. It got to the point, I'm going to call him a ding-dong, I'm sorry, but it's true. All he could say at the end of the day, you have to. That is no response, you have to. That's called, you don't know what you're doing anyway kind of thing. So that frustrated me. So I'm getting an SS5 form, getting the SSN, and connect to the 1040 tax return, which you did as well. Or you were born in 1971 after Nixon took the gold standard out. It's public record again, not here to be safe an attorney. What it did is he took the gold standard out. That means, listen carefully, every hospital is federally mandated that a woman who delivers a baby has to sign that form within 2 hours of the baby being born. She cannot be released from the hospital until she signs an SS5 form, SSN, and get to 1040 for the child in the future. This is how they track us. We're born, all right, track us SSN, S is what? Tax return. See, when you got your first paycheck years ago, even today, your paycheck is taxed, you get the leftover. What does this mean? This is what frustrates people not understanding. So what happens is you get your paycheck, you worked your tail off, or you barely worked, you still want your money, and they get their cut and you get the leftover. And everything you touch again is tax, tax, tax again. So what do? The world is saying, I don't want to pay tax. You get some people on social media going, I'm not going to pay tax, blah, 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 stop. If we listen to rules and tools, we have the ability to offset taxes. So everything we do is like in California, we have 7 taxes per gallon of gas for a car. So what do? Okay, we understand this. Now here's the thing we have to realize. Husbands and wives. What is our ultimate goal? Here's a husband, I'm going to call it a you. So you're you, okay? Let's say we have another spouse. This is our spouse, it's another you. Okay, we became one, fantastic. So husband and wife, you became one. Okay, the difference is that should only be under God's eyes, but now you pay more tax because you're married. All right, because they call it sometimes a marriage penalty. But what do? Okay, let's understand. We, the people, constitutional right, Bill of Rights, again, not here to be safe an attorney, have the right to have 3 divisions of ourselves. Divisions of ourselves. So as we do this, what the goal would be is, can we have 3 more chances to try? What you did is you backed yourself in a corner. You didn't give yourself another chance to try, and you brought the pain home because you didn't basically follow around to find things how it works. Sorry. I think the lack of knowledge is our stupidity. We're not stupid people. We follow stupid. I want you to do a line right here, okay? It's called the line of defense, okay? I want your credit to be separate always. We will not have joint credit. That's only silly and stupid people. Sorry, you're not silly, you're not stupid, so you don't have joint credit. Got it? We're going to talk about 2 things here. We're going to talk about car. So write down car, registered owner, lien holder. We're going to talk about house, okay? House. But again, we're going to go over here some more. We're going to understand how to play the game to win. I want you to have a blueprint that you never bring the pain home again. Is that okay? I believe I solved that problem in 1976, trying to get the world out there to help and understand how it works and how we play. But again, it's up to you to follow through. That's why I came up with the blueprint of success and blueprint for success. But you understand, we're going to do this as well. Now, we did the SSN thing, 1040 tax return. We get 1. We get 1. That's all we get. We get 1 chance to roll the dice or screw up. 1 chance. And then everybody gets tax, tax, tax. Here you're going to write down SS4. Again, SS4 here, here, and here. You're going to write down SS4 again right here, 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 and here. I want you to understand a form that was created public record as a universal form for all of us anyway. It says employer, entity, or individual person. That's what it was for. All right, we're going to kind of dissect this in detail tonight so you have the ability to never bring the pain home. You bring the pain home because you don't know any better, okay? And I believe that to be very, very true. This is a management company, management. But then the difference, you're going to say, okay, I have an LLC. Well, that's a limited liability company, okay, equals a tax return usually turned into S as a corporation. Maybe you have an LLC, okay, LLP. Maybe you have the C Corp, okay? Maybe you have the S Corp. Maybe you have the nonprofit. Again, maybe you have what's called a PC. These are the types of corporation you could have. There's 6 types to pick. This is a line of defense as well. This is corp owning corp. That is subsidiary process. That's what was done in 1984 when I created Winning the Game of Business. 85 things changed for me, okay? Okay, and what happens very simple. I wanted it to change because I'm doing this whole time and having a problem because my concern was if I have to get sued as a corporation, they're still going to sue me. There's no line of defense. Banks have all the money they get to write off on their taxes, so they have a line of defense. We, the people, what do we get? And the problem is we got the problem, we're ducks and sheep. So as we play this game to win. Now, my next series was very simple, okay? It was very simple. I wanted to create books for dummies. Books for dummies, that's what it was, okay? So the books for dummies was already taken. See, when I do something new, I feel stupid. That's just me. When I learn something new, I don't like change. When I learn something new, I have to master it. And until I do, I feel frustrated. And it bothers me all the time. I created what's called the Millionaire's Founders Kit. The Millionaire's Founders Kit, what I created is a book per month. We can master each book every month for 12 months, and we have 1,000 rules and tools, and we have $1 million corporation structure. If you build structure, you can build finance. That's what it is. Finance is how the business has grown, but unfortunately, most people, they sold for their families and screwed it up. So we also call this the blueprint of success, okay? And again, I have to remind people not to use that because I own the rights to it, but they do it all the time. So if you want a copy of this, you can basically, all right, again here, this is getting my page, and then we're going to go through the TikTok shop and everything else. What we need to do, get you a copy if you want a copy. But it's kind of up to you. Now, I'm a person that I'm basically more to myself because I have a problem. First, as a kid, they told me I was retarded. They told me because I write with both hands and talk at the same time, I should change it. No, thank you. The reality is I rhyme all the time. I don't try to, but it happens, and they say you're retarded because you rhyme. Then they tested me and found out my IQ is over 200 plus. Okay, so who's stupid? Are they stupid or I'm stupid? The reality is I don't like the word stupid, but we follow stupid. Because half the people in this world are freaking lazy. There's me in 1981, okay? That kick is only 13 feet in the air. It's not possible. Well, it is, because I did it. I kicked the door jam at 10, basket hoop at 14. If you could touch it, you could kick it. You see, your problem is a mindset. Don't listen to negativity. Don't listen to people who say you can't do something. And don't take your idea and show your friends and family when they haven't done diddly squat. Because they're going to tell you how to do your idea and they don't know diddly squat. Got it so far? You keep asking the wrong people how to play the game and win because you're asking friends and family, and again, they haven't done diddly squat. You're wasting your time, by the way. If we think about see it, believe it, go get it, it works for me. So I'm going to show you how I created millions and billions of dollars, if that's okay with you. We're going to build a blueprint tonight. Rags to riches. Simple. Born in a taxi on the way to Guardian Hospital. No one gave a crap. This is how it works. No one gave a crap. Okay, now Mrs. Hope, I got dumped on her. Mrs. Hope did one thing. Okay, she dropped me off Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30 in the morning. I'm 3 years old when she first does this, all right, and what does she say? You're not here at 5 o'clock, I'll leave you there to die. See, this is the life that you get sometimes, and it's crap. And I had to deal with the pain and fight through the crap. So I went over to the pier, Redondo Beach Pier. Very simple. There's a light, I got to stay warm. Hungry, ate out of a trash can. What did I do? I stole it off the pier. I stole. I'm a thief, okay? I'm 3 years old, 3.5 years old. I'm stealing off the pier because I'm hungry. Simple. So I stole, and I got caught the third day. He says, very simple, boy, all right, take out my trash or I'll call the police. He said it 3 times. So let's see, what am I going to do? Take out the trash or call the police. I think I took out the trash. All right, so again, I thought he was going to throw me to the sharks. I was boy on that pier till 9.5 years old. Boy, clean the chum bucket. Go down to the mansions on the weekends and shovel this and that. I gathered magazines as a kid. I wondered how they got their money. I think you let life pass you by. I think you're disappointed today. Some friend and family probably ripped you off. What do you got to do? Get past, go. What does this mean? Magazines. Here's Marina Del Rey, okay? They got money. Here's Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes, Rat Beach. They got money. I wanted to know exactly how they got their money. So I did my research in magazines. That's what I did. Okay, I study rich and famous people. The Gettys were my favorite, one of them. All right, Al Capone, he was a crook. What did we saw him do as well? So here we got the Firestones, what? The Hiltons, all these other pieces. The Rockefellers were actually the favorite. I like what they did. No, what do we do? Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, would go behind the grocery stores and put me in the trash can. She'd literally physically put me there, grab all of Esther's food. Again, nobody gave a crap. Got a lot of food, don't feed it to you. When she did things like this, her eyes went red. She's enjoying herself. She's just the devil's wife. What do we do? Something happened to me when I was 4 years old, okay? 4 years old, walking by the Baptist church by the pier. There's a big park there as well. And it burned down a little bit, and they rebuilt it again over the years. So what happened is I walked by the church, no problem. The lady turns around and says, all right. She said, son. I said, please don't call me that, because I never really had a father. Okay, that's not a father. A father is someone who loves, kisses, and hugs. All right, what I had is crap. So what happened is she said, son. I said, please don't call me that. She said, very simple. Young man, here's a book for you. It has all the answers you ever have. The book. The book, okay? Sounds good. See, there's people trying to help us, and there's people trying to hurt us. But what happens is very simple, okay? So I read the book. No, I walked away. I'm freaked out, okay? I understand something. I taught myself how to read or kind of read because I memorized what she read in the book, and I could recall everything she said, okay? So again, what's happening? She said I was retarded. I did something, and I'm looking at, okay, I'm looking up and I'm looking at God. Why am I eating out of a trash can? Where's my mommy, my daddy? Who gives a crap about me? And I challenged God, okay? That's what I did. But what happens is something happened very much that day, all right? The voice inside of me went up louder. I believe we were given a voice from God, and that's internal voice we don't listen to. When you get grown up, maybe you turn it off or turn it down. I don't know. Mine got louder. I tried to explain to basically grown-ups, I'm getting visions. Oh, you're retarded. I learned to shut up. I learned to keep to myself because of crap. I remember going in Torrance when I was 4 years old by Golden West Meats. I get the free hot dog if I said hi to the guy. He'd give me a free hot dog. It was great. The karate studio was next door. I did the moose for 3 days. The mean man came yelling at me, you don't get free lessons, sorry, to anybody. Get yourself in there and clean the place. I became the janitor for the karate studio. Okay. I'm listening. See, I want you to be a good listener. I want you to write things down that I write because I want you to change your life. If you allow me to help you, I'll do that. So I became a janitor, no problem. Here, 181st Street, live in this house, okay, no problem. Okay, they paid $6,700 for the house, like $7 grand back then. It's now worth probably $1.5 million, $1.6 million. It's ridiculous. So again, being used and abused in a bunch of crap, okay? Here we have basically what, Edison Elementary. So here I'm going to the third grade. Fantastic. Miss Popelka for the whole school, young man, why are you wearing the same pants? She's embarrassing me. It's the only pants I got. Simple, that's all I got. Now, Mrs. Goodwin, no problem. Mrs. Goodwin in the third grade, she said, if you get the test done, you can go play to recess early. I got it done. All right, when I came back from recess, she says, Ray, come here. Okay, very simple, come here. All right, how did you break into my desk? How did you get the answers to that test? I did it in my head. I tried to explain it, but it wasn't acceptable. I would send to the principal's office so he can beat me with the paddle back then. That's crap. That's how it happens. Now, again, I have this ability to write with both hands, and that's what I'm doing. I remember Joanne taking us down to the school, and they said, pick one, and I said, no. Okay, I'm both-handed. I'm going to be both-handed. I don't like the fact you're trying to convince me to do what you do. I was a rebellious kid. What do you say? Pick the right one. Pick that. No. So all through this crap in life as a kid, it's like, I'll kind of say crap. I'm fighting to get through the pain. I'm trying to get there and get past this, and I'm going to the library all the time, reading book after book after book. That's just me. I keep to myself because all it is crap. I basically had school in the 6th grade. Here we go. I'm working for TG&Y, all right, in Torrance, on Torrance Boulevard. No problem. We're living in Carson and Anson down the street. Okay, so I'm in the 6th grade. No problem from there. I stayed after school a little bit that day, okay? See, the school ended up liking me. How does that mean? All right, 6th grade, one teacher didn't like me at all. She literally, all right, transferred me to a retarded class. She put me in retarded class because we, with special ed kids, and she called it a retarded class because, she didn't like me. I would question certain things of what it said in the book. She didn't like it at all. So I got to go in this special ed class, no problem. Okay, now I get to go to the restroom, and there's 2 bullies beating up the retarded kid in the bathroom. I knew how to fight. I liked to fight. It was fun. I took care of the bullies. I went to the principal's office, say, am I in trouble again? He says, thank you. The principal said, thank you, okay? Thank you, because I guess I couldn't take care of the bullies. They're just bullies all the time, no problem. So next, what happens towards the end of the year? Every recess, the whole year, all right, all the people that were afraid of the bullies came to play with me. I had 33 kids coming to the playground every day that we all got together to play. Basketball, whatever we could do, or just run around just being silly. All right, that's what we get to do. At the end of the year, okay, I don't know this is happening, but all of a sudden they said, basically, come to the stage. I went to the stage. I said, where's your mommy and daddy? I don't got that. What am I going to do? I mean, like, I had people who really gave a damn? Hell no. So I get this plaque. I get this certificate. Here's the governor of California, the principal, and the teacher. Thank you for helping us. That's what I got. Now, during this year, I get to go back to where I work at TG&Y. What happened? I'm the stock guy. I'm the stock boy. I'm putting flyers and cars in the apartment complex. I get some cash. I get some toys. Goodie. I'm always hustling, trying to find a way to get there where I want to go. Well, luckily, I stayed at school that day. Because if you read the article and you find online, it's very simple. They actually tied everybody up and killed them that day. If I went to work, I would probably be dead. God saved my life again and again. I guess he has another purpose for me. God rest their soul, because that's what happened. So, got to realize, we all go through crap, is my whole point. If we go through crap, we have to fight through the pain. Not easy. All right, don't want easy, because it's never going to happen. If today we see it, to believe it, go get it. It's very simple. So let's focus on you today. Let's understand, okay, you want a house. Okay, I die in a coma. I come back from coma. My 3.7 billion is gone. It's gone, bye, 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 stolen. And we come back, and I'm in the car with my kids, in the car with my wife. What do we do? Simple. Now let's watch what happens. Okay, I need you to really pay attention, because some of you are just flat out stuck. Being stuck sucks, okay? So what we got to do is understand how it works. Now, I have 3 divisions of me, all right? We're going to take another colored pin here. I want you to do a division. I want you to do 3 divisions of you. So 3 boxes right here, 3 boxes, okay? Now, I'm going to show you Chapter 18 as we get to this tonight. Chapter 18 will say a corporation is a legal person. A legal what? Person. So it changed in 85 to division process, and this is where the silly people today, LLC, crap, LLC, if they do division process, they wouldn't be asking, it's like, why are they doing division, or not doing division process, doing all these LLCs? Because they don't know what they're doing. All right, sorry to say, but it's true. Now, let's think. Here's a division for you. This is going to be for leases and loans, okay? This is going to be supply credit to cash credit. Write it down, supply to cash. This is just flat out credit cards, okay? It's like today, if you had a division of you, these aren't under you, they're over here, okay? They're over here, because this is the only thing that says it's a legal person. You're a legal person of flesh, not here to be an attorney, so understand that. I want to show you what's public record. I want to show you exactly how you don't have to stay stuck, because that kind of sucks. The car registration, the registration of a car belongs to a division, okay? Your problem is the way you do things. You have to think about how you do things today, because I think they're wrong. I'm going to say I'm right, you're wrong. I've been saying that all my life anyway to most people. I'm one of the few, not one of the many. And I've actually had to brainwash myself to say that too. So it's like anything else that we're trying to do today. You buy a house together, that's a mistake. Okay? You have people out there say, don't buy a house. All right? That makes no sense. Okay? You get a paycheck. Let's go over here one more time. I need you to write 6420, okay? Or I want you to write $10,000, okay? $10,000. You have to realize this world is based on income. Income pays your bills, and then you're taxed and you get the leftover. How do you get some of that money that was taxed in the first place? It's a house payment. If we have a house for 24 years, Okay, that's interest only. Last 6 years, pay off the house. But the problem we have, husband and wives, they keep screwing this up. Okay, they buy a house jointly. That's called stupid. I'm sorry. The house should be married person, so on separate property, total income. See, if you lose a house and a car, all right, it doesn't show up on credit reports anyway till you lose it. So in other words, house and car don't show up on your credit file today at all, unless you screw it up. If you screw it up, then they give you a 1099-C, all right? They report it to the IRS, and there'll be a tax problem. Unclaimed income. It's like, what do we do? House should have been escrow, write it down, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Write it down. Everything to me is rules and tools and procedure. Escrow, close, homestead, trust. Before you got the keys of the house you moved into, the escrow would close. You should have got a homestead and put an irrevocable trust before you moved in. You didn't do that. So what is, you're the bouncing ball. And the problem is this. Husbands and wives never buy house jointly because it makes no sense. Now then the wives go, I want to be on the loan. No, you don't. You want to be on the irrevocable trust. All right, the irrevocable trust. So if you're both here on the trust that owns the house, you're okay. That's the goal. Protect the asset. Because here's a problem. All right, most states are community property debt. They sue me, they sue her. They sue her, they sue me. That kind of sucks. Well, we made us both what? The ducks? It makes no sense at all. So I'm going to tell you flat out, look at your house, and if you have a house, and let's start, look at homestead, and let's put irrevocable trust. These are things you need to do like now. Got it so far? If you need help, I'll help you with that too. Now, if you don't have a house, do what I did. Came out of coma. I have my 3 divisions of me. Okay, I have an 810 on one score. I have a 780 on the other score and having some fun. Again, I had basically, I think it was a 760. I went online to a company called Pathlight. Okay, very simple. There are companies like this, they'll actually lease you a house, okay, and convert it to a mortgage in 12 months. So again, not here to be safe and attorney. That's what they did for us. My wife found what she wanted as a house, is 4-bedroom, Anaheim Hills, pool, spa, 3-car garage, and a bonus room. All right, wife got to be happy. That's the ultimate goal in life. Happy wife, happy life. That makes sense to me. Some people, stop, okay? The car situations, we have a problem. Your car today registered to you, you have a problem. If you're in a bumpity bump at Sam's Club or whatever it is, they're going to call their attorneys and kind of sue everybody. I call them bloodsuckers. Sorry, again, that's what happens. Billboards on freeways. So let's protect the asset. Let's protect you. Unfortunately, online, a lot of times you'll see you can only write off a car so much. I don't care about the write-off. Okay? I don't care about the write-off at all. Okay? This is for the one of the Lamborghinis. What I care about liability. Again, if they sue the registered owner, they would sue me. The car is actually absorbed through a division of a corporation. See, let's write it down. I'm willing to lose the division, not the corp of my family. I'm willing to lose the division, not the corp of my family. Write it down. This is what you need to understand. We have the ability to play the game to win if you want to win the game. Just got a number 2, okay, badge, that's great, thank you. And again, please follow me, like me, and get through this process so we're gonna basically help more people. That's the goal. That's why I'm online 6 days a week live, helping people, answering questions. Again, if you get one of my books, the bottom line is I'm gonna read it to you. I don't want you to get something you can't ask questions to the one who wrote the book. I think that's a bunch of hooey. So again, go back to the car. You see your goal today, your driver's license, your insurance registration needs to be a P.O. box, in my opinion. You get in a bumpy bump, you have to learn to shut up. You're telling them, hey, I work this, blah, blah, blah. No, stop. You're not here to be best friends. You don't want to tell them where you work. You don't want to tell them when you're not home. Again, that's the problem you got today. Here's our problem. Everybody wants the American dream. Is the American dream being rich? You're going to, no, it's not. I believe what I hear all the time on social media, I'm rich, look at me kind of crap. Some of my clients, they kind of went too crazy. But again, what do we need to do? If we have the bills paid, we got our income, we know what our bills are. If we think it's 6420 or 10,000, whatever your bills are, know your numbers, add 20%. That's all you need to do. Your paycheck is taxed. When you get your paycheck, you get the leftover. House payment here, all right, that interest is a write-off. You get some of it back. That's your main write-off, okay? House payment, I'll say it's taxes. So understand that. So when someone says don't buy a house, that's called silly when they have houses worth $50 million. It's ridiculous. It's like they're talking out their ears. I don't understand that. But again, that's what happens. If today, you would listen to me, very simple, why don't you own part of a Wendy's restaurant, a Jack in the Box, a storage unit, a laundromat, a car wash? 40 plus years ago, I wrote books on laundromats, dry cleaning, payphones, printing companies, storage units, all these pieces you see out there. I call it auto income. If we were to take today, this is about 42 million of credit cards, and about 62 million just to have some fun with. We build it up right. What happens is I don't believe in trade line crap because that's trade line crap. You have to rebuild you. You for you, you. Understand you, please. What is the goal? We want to play. All right, we have to look at our credit score, okay? Our problem is our score to get more. But unfortunately, most of you jacked it up. See, on the credit files, you have this graph here. It's the up and down, Joe. You control that. But because your lack of knowledge, you don't know the rules and tools. And why do I? Simple. Ken Yarbrough, TRW Sperry, and I'm the guy trying to train him, and I came up with the 29% rule. 29% rule. Write it down, please. So this means the oldest card and then 29% rule. See, what happens is most of you are jacked up on credit cards. Okay? Here's 200 points in 90 days. Okay? Here's a 479 to a 700 in 90 days. Anybody can rebuild them credit based in 90 days if they know what they're doing. Again, 200 points. Again, here's 122 points, no problem. I don't believe in credit repair because I believe that's against, basically the Federal Trade Commission says it's illegal anyway. Bond, nonprofit, that's the goal. If they have that, that's good. Let's see if they can help you. So if we get a 750, what does it mean? Understand something. If we get a 750 score, you're going to be what's called a CFO. CFO. You're the Chief Financial Officer. Okay, if you're a Chief Financial Officer here and have 3 houses, one screws up, they go get you. They get you, they get you, they get you. Again, how do we avoid that? If we had properties under division process, it gets the ability to separate liability. So again, as we're playing the game to win. Here we have a piece of property, no problem, under the division. See, what happens is we have to understand, if a bank gave us the loan to buy a piece of property, okay, do we put it all in the LLC here and screw it all up? One tenant can slip, fall, and sue and screw you up. If we put them in the division process, this is where all the people out there that talk about LLCs, you need 5 this, blah, 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 they didn't take time to learn the division process. A lot of them are my clients. They should have paid attention a long time ago. We need a line of defense. We need to separate liability, but again, I'm not here to be an attorney. The ultimate goal is what you can do for yourself. So again, what do? This is a line of defense, a line of defense. We all have an oh crap day, week, month, or year. So again, what do? Every entity under a corporation or is a legal person as well. So if we had 9 houses and we had 9 lines of credit, that's 18. See, the difference is numbers never lie, only people lie. I've been saying that for 40 plus years. So again, numbers don't lie, only people lie. So again, the blueprint of success. What happens is very simple. Now, I'm going to say we see it, we believe it, we pray, we go get it. That's just me. I'm a licensed pastor in California as well. But again, I'm going to do my best, and I'm still a sinner. I can't live by that book. It's impossible, but I do my best. I let God do the rest. Amen to that too. Again, what do? So I want you to think today, would you like to have basically a blueprint? Would you like to understand what went past, present, and future, how to build it from today forward? You're 2026, by the way. It's like when you give me 10 followers, I give you winning the credit game. Simple. If you give me 50 followers, what do? I give you a 15-minute call with me, which a 15-minute call can cost up to $500. If I give you give me 100 followers, a blueprint's up to $5,000 of my time. But again, I'm going to give it to you for free if you help me help you. What if we help each other? Wouldn't that be a concept? Today, I think this, and this, never take it personally. I think we follow stupid, okay? I don't think we're stupid. I think we follow stupid. Okay, look at he's doing cutting the tree. I think we watch the funniest videos because look how stupid what they did. But again, it's funny. What do we do for ourselves? Let's not follow stupid anymore. If we focus today, there's 1,000 steps. 1,000 steps to Millionaire Corporation. That's what it is. This is written from 40 years ago, updated all the time. Millionaire's Founders Kit. I had the largest info commercial out on the planet at one time. I'm the second largest advertiser in California, period. And I have my 4 events every week. all right? Lines around the hotel all the time. So if we want goodies, goodies should be a division. Why? Because there's liability. If someone slips and falls and sue the goodie, the difference is you can throw the goodie away. But your problem is you want to be a duck and a sheep. This is where these basically LLC stuff. I got 10 LLCs. Oh, goody. No, you don't. They sue one, they sue them all. The bottom line is you can't play that game because it doesn't work. All right, it's like anything else. I need a Nevada Corp. I need a Wyoming. 1995. All cards, credit cards, banks were in Delaware. They changed the rules in 95. People ran to Wyoming, Nevada. I am the largest registered agent in the world in 2009. I sold 10 times corporations than anybody on this planet to this day. I know more than most people do. So if you let me help you, I can build that blueprint so you don't basically bring the pain home. Why bring the pain home in the first place? Here's the Millionaires Founders Kit. It was sold at the Bonaventure 32 years, Long Beach Marriott, Orange County, all right, and Ontario every week, 4 events every week. I'd write checks for $1 million+ and have people at the hotels. Easy. World's changed now. The world has changed, okay? So today we have to do the social media and understand how to master that as well. That's why you have social media departments and employees that help us to do that. 2009, July 4th, 5th, right here. What happened? Doesn't matter you got 3.7 billion of structure. Doesn't matter at all. What matters is my wife wanted to take one of the yachts, what's the fireworks, with 72 people. All right, that's the middle yacht. That's what we did. It's middle yacht, why not? Okay. What happens next is, I'm in a coma. I'm freaking out. I can't say anything. I can't move, but I can see and hear everything. It's freaky as can be. And that's what we got to do. Now, my wife calls Ron. He's my district manager in my office. One technology driver over on Spectrum, 22,000 square foot building. I have locations in Texas, in Utah, and Arizona. I'm helping Carlton Sheets people. I'm helping Dave Delgado's people. I'm helping Russ Dalby in the notebook and the art of notes. All the blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, it's simple. I'm having some fun helping more people. Ron didn't show up. What did he do? He went to the office with a U-Haul truck to steal my books and CDs. My wife said he's raising a coma, he's going to die. Well, let's just rip off his stuff. That's what he decided to do. No problem, got caught. Now, Tom, my IT manager, over all the IT and everything else, like websites and phone numbers. So understand, I have 50 million people in my database, 50 million people. Okay, I'm doing radio shows and TV shows with George Putnam in the past and all these other people. So my database is pretty big, no problem. Tom decides to sell my phone numbers and websites to a porn site. They were the highest bidder. So again, what do? This is how we fight through the pain, because we get knocked down again and again and again, we got to get back up. So again, they steal my life, no problem. What do we do? Okay, what do you do when you come out of a coma? All right, and everything's gone, you're and your wife in the car and the kids. You have nowhere to go. You have no house, you have nowhere to go. So what happens? The goodies. Ever since I was a kid, things turned to gold to me, and I could turn them into millions and billions of dollars. I have the knack for it. No, it's God guiding me, okay? Everything's a vision and a dream through my head. He gets all the glory no matter what, and that's how it works, okay? What do? Well, here's the address. You can Google the address and find it. I'm telling you the truth. I have the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor, 3 yachts in the backyard, 2 race boats, a Duffy, and a bunch of Sea-Doos in my backyard. Now, I got properties in all 5 islands as well, having fun. I'm just having fun and just playing the game. But there I got to die on July 4th, all right, 5:41. On July 5th, I'm dead. I died. But I got a chance to come back. So again, what happened, okay? Did we plan the problem? No. So I'm laying there in a coma. My tax person tricks my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I went donor. Lucky they didn't see the pink dot on my driver's license, okay? They just probably wouldn't ask, I don't know. So the heart stops at 5:41. I'm dead, okay? I'm dead. Is he a donor? No problem. Now I'm hearing this, even though I'm dead. How's that? It's kind of freaky. I was given a choice to stay in peace or go back. Stay in peace or go back. Okay, I said go back. My wife's freaking out, okay? So I got that choice to go back. That was the choice that I made that day, to go back, all right? Stay in peace or go back. Now, we all go through frustration, all of us, okay? I moved 24 times. By the time I'm 11.5 years old with these people, they didn't give a crap anyway. Okay? They didn't give a crap. Sorry, this is how I felt. Okay? I've been shot 3 times with a gun. I've been knifed 6 times. Again, this is what happens in life. So how do you focus? You just get through and fight through the pain. Not easy. So what do? Now, my wife, after coma, we have to redo some things, okay? I understand what this means. We're homeless. We have nowhere to go. All right, what do I do? Very simple. Honey, go to Mark's place. I find out the house is not my house anymore. I got 50 guns at my head saying this is not your house anymore. And I realize, okay, that happened in the what? The coma. It's real. So I'm going to show you what I did going to Best Buy and get, $53,000 of cash cards. All right, cash cards, some supply credit, and rebuild it. But again, I have my 3 divisions of me. 3 divisions of me. Okay? I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. I'm pretty good at this stuff. I've been collecting this as a kid. So what happens? My wife says, honey, just basically talk to your original family. Well, here's Grandma, Florence Bishop. Here's basically our Nancy Rondo getting a plaque from the President of the United States of America. She's 102 years old. Fantastic. My wife wants me to get a hold of Mommy and Daddy, who didn't give a crap anyway. Okay, no problem. So again, we got to be proud of this. In 2011, my father and mother gave me a restraining order when the police came to the door. They gave my wife a gag and a restraining order. Talk about great people, huh? So you got to fight through the pain. Again, what do you do? See, my kids don't have grandparents, and that's sad for me because I always wanted that for me, and I never had it. But again, what do? We play. You're going to find out every time you ever talk to me, which I'm going to call you as well, a lot of you, in coaching and things we do, it's very simple. If you ask me how I'm doing, it's always been the same answer since I was a kid. It's always good. Always good. I'm going to say to myself, thank you, Jesus. I got another day. So that's what happens. I'm usually here at the office by 3:15 every morning, ready to go and conquer the world. See, I get excited when I get up. But again, that's just me. I'm going to tell you, men, an opinion that I have about you and me and what we do. I believe my wife is basically my heart. She's my drug. She's my peace. And I don't think you should ever yell at a woman. Nobody ever told me that. Is how I feel. Now, I did argue with my wife when we first got married. First married, she's a cheater, got rid of her. I gave her $15,000 a week for 2 years. All right, the Bible said I can take her outside and stone her to death, but that's not legal. Okay, I got stuck just dealing with that crap as well. But second wife, what do? Been married for 20 years plus, 22 years together. I had an argument with her when we first got together. The argument. I realized after the argument, why bother? You see, a man can't win an argument with a woman. It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. A man should learn to shut up. Bite your tongue, live longer. That's what I tell people. It's very simple. So I realized that day, why argue with my wife? She's got 28 personalities. I don't like number 26 and 21. They suck. I stay away from those two. There's 28 coming out. Okay, I got to understand that. But again, I wrote a book called Bite Your Tongue, Live Longer. My wife says, call it Bite Your Tongue, Live Longer. She's Colombian. She's crazy. She's fun. So if you want to scream every time, gentlemen, go outside and scream out loud because no one cares. What you don't do is you don't go home and dump your crap on her. She's your queen. She's your peace. I won't tell my wife my day. Heck no. Why would I do that? I'm not going to tell her I went through this, blah, blah, blah. I'll give her some highlights, but only good ones. You see, she's my peace. She's everything to me. She's my rock. I want you to, from now on, starting today, writing today, plan the problem. Plan the problem. Someone's going to kick your assets. Someone's going to knock your car. They're going to trip you. You're going to fall on your face. Simple. What are you going to do? No. Plan the problem. You had a piece of property. Fantastic. That piece of property. All right, they signed a lease. Fantastic. They signed a lease. Okay? You're expecting them to pay on the 1st of the month. All right, so then the bank can take their payment on the 5th of the month. Fantastic. You're lucky if you get $600, period. It's like a waste of time and money for a single-family house anyway, in my opinion. Fourplex or above would make more sense. But again, then you're living on this. You shouldn't live on this. You should be in a savings and leverage some money. If they don't pay, all right, you're the duck. You're the duck and the sheep. Would you lease a piece of property to your friends and family? The answer is always no way. You're inviting a stranger. Okay. Here's a stranger, okay, that's basically signed this. Now let's watch. Let's listen to what I have to say. Let's pay attention. This is the problem with your ears not always working. Okay? I created Homestead Blocker. Write down Homestead Blocker. That's for loans. And a UCC one, chattel mortgage. UCC chattel mortgage. That tenant is going to sign an agreement. You have an Exhibit A and B. This means if they don't pay, you get all their goodies because you file the UCC one and they use that as collateral. Why would you ever let someone live into your properties worth $200,000 to $1 million just first and last? They signed an agreement. They said flat out, I pledge my personal assets towards the rent, all right, flat out, Exhibit A and B, and there's renter's insurance. It burns down, they get the goodies again. And what do? We're not liable, insurance notice for. If they don't pay, like I had to do in that Dodger player, they had my house in basically Huntington Harbor. What did he do? He makes $100 million a year and won't pay on time. I kick him out, very simple, all right? He lawful detainer in Fullerton, California, no problem. Now, the moment I said to the judge, sir, could you please make sure he understands he's not allowed to remove his furniture because now it belongs to me. I'm forfeiting his furniture for him. He agreed to use it as collateral. He won't pay on time. He's 3 months behind. He's a turd. Okay? The moment the judge said this, his wife decked him in court. It took the cop there to get her off trying to kill her husband. I want you to understand, you can create a homestead blocker, you see when in chattel mortgage, to make sure if you lose, you still win. Well, there's your problem. I let her take her goodies, but the insurance company gave me $65,000 because that's what the insurance claim was for, $65,000. Why don't you plan the problem? Your problem is you don't plan at all. You run your life at seat of the pants in most cases. I think that's true, but again, it's going to be up to you to follow through. We build a blueprint. The blueprint of success. For instance, like this book here, one of my books, I've got about 67 books, probably another 40 coming around, no problem, we're having fun. This is starting out right. This is starting out right. This is for kids. It's designed for every kid in high school and college. We're going to set up their credit file for them for free. I'm going to give them the first credit card. They don't need secured. They don't need that blah, 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 okay? So again, the truth. If we teach the next generation how to do this right, they won't make the same stupid mistake we did. Is that okay? See, we follow stupid all the time. Even I followed stupid before. So again, it's called starting out right. What do we get to do? We get to play the game. Okay, you can call 800-254-9506 and find out how to get a copy. It's simple. I want you to change your life. I want you to change the way you do things. I think you need to be rebuilt like Humpty Dumpty. I think you're missing pieces. That's my thing. I think you're missing pieces. I think I'm right, you're wrong. And I want you to do it my way. I don't want you to be me. I want you to run your own race, but with the rules and tools. We got to knock off this crap. What you did to you, most of you, it's very simple. You sit at the kitchen table. All right, you debated about starting a business. Fantastic. So here's your wife, your spouse, whatever you got, no problem, your friends and family. And you got these cards. What do? Honey, we're going to start a business. Oh, goody. We're going to jack up our cards, drop our score, get stuck, can't get any more. We're going to hawk our house, bring the pain over you and me. We're going to be stupid. Well, that's what you did. Most of you did stupid. Sorry, you're not stupid. You did stupid. See, the point you have to realize is when I'm training Yorobro, I created the 29% rule. 29% rule. I created it for me, for you. See, this is a 10,000 card. This is a 50. Do I want 10 of these or 2 of these? Okay, I want 10 of these, not 2 of these. Let's pay attention. All credit has the ability, understand, you need a sticky behind the card. Sticky. We need to dummy proof this. Your problem is your lack of knowledge, is your stupidity. You're not stupid. Well, we follow stupid. You understand what that means? A $10,000 credit card is only worth $20 and $100. $20 and $100. See, the system, the way it's set up, the way I set it up years ago, training Yarborough, the 20% rule. What does it mean? If it's 29% on that 10,000 or any card you have, you're in the green. Okay, if you basically 30%, it's yellow. Going to 50, it's in the red. Ray, I only use 50% of the card. No, you went to dinner. You got shopping crap. So if we can learn the rules and tools, very simple, all cards fluctuate, but these two do not. Again, they do not. So the rules and tools, as we're trying to build a blueprint of success, that's the ultimate goal. Every blueprint is customized, by the way, has to be, because we don't know what you're really trying to do. The goal is to never bring the pain home, never bring the pain home again. At least, all right, know, all right, what your wife's, all right, priorities are. I learned too late, and she got the house and the dog and the kids. Sorry to say, but you should have a prenup and a postnup, because it separates liability. And the reality is, sorry, most people married someone like they got rid of in the first place. Maybe we should just make it work. But that's just my opinion, not knowing you. I'm just going to say what we have to do to protect our assets. But let's rebuild it. Let's rebuild Humpty Dumpty, because that's your ultimate goal. Now, back to SS5, SSN, and 1040 tax return. Back to income, back to you. So understand, I believe They don't tell us on purpose, and that's okay. SSN is 1040 tax return. We get the tax, we get the leftover after they taxed us on our paycheck. Now, let's pay attention here. There's the SS4. It's public record. It's right in front of you. You can get a copy, irs.gov, and all the things as well as for yourself. It says employer. It says entity. It says individual person. Are we your people? Yes or no? Ow, 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 that hurts. But again, if I have a division of a corporation, is it an entity? Yes. Every entity is allowed its own credit files. When the NACB certified me as the #1 consultant worldwide, that's fun, because I created the 20% rule, balance the debt. So what is our goal today? You need to rebuild your personal credit to be a CFO. Chief Financial Officer, that would be the goal. Chief Financial Officer, if you understand how to play the game. What does this mean? All cards fluctuate. So let's write down all cards fluctuate, but two. Two do not. I'm an affiliate, 119 creditors, okay? Kind of like, all the other dashboards out there, no problem. So again, the dashboards have 62 million of credit, and we can line it up for you if you want. So if all cards fluctuate, and we got to have our sticky here, but we had a problem today. We had an old bad day. We lost our job. We had an emergency, whatever happened, blah, blah, blah. These cards don't fluctuate. These are my wife's cards. The paid overtime limit can be up to 100,000. They're unlimited up to $1 million. They do not fluctuate. If we have an old bad day, week, month, or year, what do? We use these cards. If we use the 20% rule and I get you 100,000 credit, which I want to, that leaves you 71,000 of safety in case you have an old blankety blank day, week, month, or year. Rules and tools. You see, what's out there nowadays is getting rich, blah, 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 buy my bug. But then they don't read you the book. They go to my event, oh goody, you get to listen to all these ding-dongs talk about what they did. Who cares? What can they do for you? That's the goal. What can they do for you? So if we have all the cards right, and these don't fluctuate, what card would we use in an emergency? And what card would we jack up during what week, month, or year, bad year? See, bad days don't last forever. It's simple. So it's like anything else today. It's like this is chapter 18. This is what I told you I'd tell you and show you as well. You can find your own copy. It's public record. I'm not here to be CPA or attorney, but explain what you could do for you. That would be the ultimate goal for all of us. Okay, what do we do? Well, it says it's a legal person. It's right there. It may sue or be sued. A corporation, okay, literally, as it says here, Supreme Court deemed it to be a legal person. If you have a corporation, it's online, Secretary of State's website offers less than you're on the bank account. So when you see people, oh, they got the IRS, blah, blah, blah. You can't do anything as a corporation, all right, unless it's a division. All these people, all these LLCs, first of all, they need division process. They don't know what they're doing anyway. It's amateur hour. They're doing what they used to do 10, 20 years ago. That's got to stop. It's called BS. All right, now let's watch the bottom here. Not required to file a fictitious business name. What does that mean? Again, that's basically chapter 18. Here's winning the credit game. All right, it's very simple. You can get a copy for free. Scan it, get it for free. Free. Is that okay? If we got it for free, what do? We look at the SS5 I mentioned already, equals the SSN and 1040 tax return. We look at the SS4, it says employer again, entity, or it says individual person. Well, I'm a person of flesh. That means I can get one over here. All right, and a division under here as well, okay? So every entity under a corporation is a legal person, public record, not here to be CPA and attorney, but that means they have credit files. Every division has its own Experian, Treasury, and Equifax, if you allow me to set it up for you, because I set up the dashboard in 1987. I set up the dashboard to do it instantly in credit reports. And if you do it on your own, good luck, because you won't be able to get the credit file. Okay, you got to basically have a dashboard like I created in 87. Again, what do? We play the game to win. So here's the form. Now remember, banks and groceries and cities use corpse to corpse, and that's what they do, corpse to corpse, no problem. What happens here is we have the ability to put our name there. You could have 3 divisions of you, as an example, 3 divisions of you. This form allows banking and credit purposes. It's public record again. Banking and credit purposes right there. When I set up this dashboard in 87, it gave me 4 choices. The 4 choices are very simple. Let's understand. This is Social Security or Tax ID instant file. This is a person. This is a corporation. This is a division or a subsidiary. It's an instant file for Experian, Treasury, and Equifax so we can build credit and finance the dream. Every division should be known as a bucket of money or own a piece of something. You go to the grocery store, it has a number to it. You go to the bank, it has a number to it as well. Every Wendy's has a restaurant number. Everyone has a number. That's how they're doing a legal identifier, public record again, not to be seeping an attorney, but again, they're doing corpse to corpse because they're big corporations. We, the people, have to understand how to play the game. So we have literally the way to set up the file as a backup for a backup. Never have the intent to do fraud. If you do, I'm the first person to testify against you in a court of law. I'll testify against you because you had the intent to do fraud. You don't screw up my program. If you screwed up your address here, well, I'm going to tell you use my address here. So it's not screwed up. Separate address helps separate the pain. Again, what do? Let's say today, all right, you want to get past go, but you're stuck. That means all your credit is jacked up. Maybe it's jacked up or not. I would tell you to take a picture right here, supply credit. This is supply and vendor credit. That's what I tell you to take a picture of. Now, my wife, I told her to take us right after coma. All right, and what do? We went to basically Best Buy. I got instant credit for $25,000. I have my divisions of the corporation, 5 divisions of me. So I get instant Best Buy credit for $25,000, no problem. I need a computer, I need a laptop, I need these pieces, I need a bag, and the Visa gift cards. I took $53,000 of supply credit and I turned it into cash so I have another safety. Again, there's a way to actually solve problems and reduce the debt if you're jacked up. There's other ways besides that as well. But what is our goal? Is learning how to get past go. I will tell you, I personally, I think I'm the one who did this. I think I did it because I'm an affiliate. This is my suggestion. Since I created division process in 85, 86, every cash application, ever since then for 18 years now, has division on a cash application for business. Every application has it. Problem with these people doing, I want all these LLCs, stop. You got to understand every division is a line of defense. Maybe you have irrevocable trust, maybe you have your LLC or whatever pieces, but again, the division process. If we have a problem, it's the division, not the corporate of the family. We don't bring the pain home. So every cash application gives you ability for division process. If I have a division of me, being me, tax ID, I'm allowed to have credit card, house, or franchise. So I get another chance to try to never bring the pain home. If I do this like this Lamborghini here, for instance, have her cars in the collection. There's the key, simple. It's not going to be worried about the write-off because it's not in my name. I'm not dumb enough to put it in my name. Okay, unfortunately, people get indicted using buying a car from another state. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. We cannot play games. We have to understand their ability to play and win, but do it right. This Lamborghini is through a division. It's through the corporation. Now, it's not in my name. The payment is $6,900 a month. To run that car, it's $10,000 a month. Like I told Rob, until you get $5 million, forget it. There's no reason to do that. If we do it as a division, if it gets screwed up. That means any of these divisions you have for houses or properties, whatever you have a problem. I invented what's called the 3-step. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Let's get rid of that piece or isolate it, try to save it. We don't let it all take us down. If you have your LLC having, 5 houses, one slips and falls and sues you and screws you up, you lose them all? No, thank you. Division process is what they're missing out there today. It's to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. If we can't save it, we're going to bankrupt the piece if I had to, but I have no intent to do fraud. But again, the way to play the game. Don't have to be stressed, and I can maintain my 750 score. There's to go, to be a true CFO. We could play the game to win. So the division of me bought the car, the lease of this building. I signed the lease of this building. But I have a division of me. I signed the lease, Ray Reynolds, okay, and I put my SS4 because I'm allowed to. As long as I put it under the corporation, it established it as a legal person to sign the lease, and that's what I did. Again, not to be seeping attorney, it's just public record. You can play the game to win too. Every house is a division. That's what the goal should be. Every SS4 is to receive money. The SS4 is to receive money, not pay tax till you're profitable, and that's what it's designed for. But again, daisy chain your credit. Our American Express will say, if you get one card, would you like 99 more? It's called daisy chaining. If I have 100,000 in credit like these cards are, what do we get to do? Well, If I have one card at $100,000 right here, let's use a different color, okay? So let's say I have $100,000 right here. So that $100,000 right here for the corporation, okay, that's right here. If I ask for 9 more cards and daisy chain it, that equals 10 cards. That equals 1 million of credit. One card, because these all have credit files, could create $1 million of credit to finance the American dream and offset the taxes by the debt offsets taxes. Borrow money is not taxable. Again, it's public record. Not hard to understand that. We watch them all do this stuff, so we get to play the game to win. So when I studied the Firestones, the Gettys, the Hiltons, or Kennedys, Fords, all right, my favorite was the Rockefellers, the way they did it. See, people get stuck into probate because I think they don't plan, and they're planning what? They're screwing up. I have a program, Plan to Live and Plan to Die. There's no reason for probate in the first place, by the way, if you know how to make sure your empire is taken over by your children. Here we got again, 7.5 years old. I hear what a corporation is. It's right there. May sue or be sued. It's public record, okay? If we look at the lie today, the lie you'll see online or basically everywhere you go, all right, corporation protects me. Peekaboo, I got an LLC. Well, I don't care what you got. Here's our problem. When you sign for the lease of a building, the credit card, if you file the bankruptcy in the corporation, they'll still come get you. And that's the goal. We don't want them to come get you. So let's see, get super fans 50%. Okay, fam, give me super fans. All right, what do we do? Like, all right, follow. That's the goal. So here's my problem. When you guarantee this stuff and you bankrupt the corp, that's what I've seen on social media. Just bankrupt, get another one. No, no, no. Isn't that fraud? Or if you guaranteed it, if they went bankrupt, you're the duck and sheep. Why would you do that to yourself when you never had to? Oh, I'm sorry, the lack of knowledge is our stupidity. We're not stupid. We follow stupid. Understand something like today? Today, I want you to go online, Secretary of State's website, SOS, whatever state you're in.gov. Public record again. What do? You research your own corporation, inspect yourself. The problem you have today is 47% of you use your home address. That's called stupid. You're not stupid. Or that should be a mailbox etc., by the way, or something like that. What do? Let's file the line of defense. We have to plan the problem. It's going to happen. We don't know when, but it's going to happen. Oh, blank's going to hit the fan. Let's have a backup for a backup in case you die in a coma, have to come back and create $1 million again in 6 weeks like I did. And buy the wife in the extreme house. Take a picture. That's what I've done for almost 49 years. I like auto income. Storage units are dummy proof. Dummies can own them. It's simple. It's dummy proof. EV charging stations, laundromats. I wrote the original book on laundromats, car washers, dry cleaners, printing, okay, my payphones and all the other things 40 plus years ago. I got clients that, you need a laundromat in quarter. No, you don't. You need to own the damn thing and let someone else manage it for you. You want to tie up all your time or something? It's ridiculous. This is what's called auto income. You get to play the right way and make sure you get past go and you don't get stuck. But again, you plan the problem. So let's think today. Okay, we're building a blueprint, personal business, and have the protection. Again, what do we need? We need to protect ourselves and all the problems that happen in this world today. Santo is my vice president of the company. So far, we're lined up about 51 escrows for next year. I'm going to make sure we line up about $3 to $5 billion next year for the fun of it. Why not? See, I believe you screwed up because you wasted $50,000 to $100,000 in your life, and you didn't buy the Wendy's restaurant, storage unit, laundromat, or car wash. You didn't buy something that's auto income. I call it dummy proof. Again, we're not dummies, but we still follow stupid. So if you want to play, we get to play. Now, here's what happens with me. In a coaching call, every 3 weeks, you're stuck with me. I'm going to tell you what to do. I don't give you a choice. So you can do this. No, sorry. You're going to do this because I said so, flat out, period. I don't hem-haw around, ever. I'm going to build you to $1 million to $1 billion if you allow me to. Daily, weekly, project list. I'm going to give you the list. I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to blueprint you all the pieces you want. I'm going to basically set it up right, and I'm going to build your blueprint for you. That's right. I'm going to make sure if you screw up, I'm going to get you back from the screw up because we got to play the game to win. The goal is to repackage you. Years ago, I had Only in America. I gave to Don King. He wanted it for his movie and his book. I had repackaged America Incorporating You. No problem. The goal is to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. Give me 10 followers today, please. I'll give you the winning the credit game. No problem. Give me 50 followers. You get a 15-minute phone call. Give me 100 followers. You get an hour of time. And we're going to do a blueprint for you. Okay, very simple. That's the ultimate goal, to help you if you want. Help me help you and other people. Now, here's an assignment. Okay, again, I'm going to always give you assignments, and I need you to carry it out. You got to be part of the program. Understand? You're going to write down UCC1. Write it down now, now, now. You're going to write down irrevocable trust. You're going to write it down again. You're going to go videotape your house today in your office. I want it inventoried. I want everything inventoried. Okay? Your house has a deed of trust. Your car has a pink slip. Shouldn't be your car anyway. Got it so far? So what do? We want to know where the assets go when you're dead. Okay? We're going to plan to die. Isn't that terrible? We're going to plan to live. We're going to plan to die. Where do all the goodies go when we're dead? That's how it works. Okay? I want to do both. We're going to think about irrevocable trust, yes, with the LLC the right way, but with division process. You're missing pieces. The liability is what's going to get somebody to get knocked down. We play, we win the game of business. So it's like division process. How many divisions should I have? It's up to you. Here's our problem right now, okay? Our problem is time, money, and credit. We're running out of time. This year is almost over. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough credit. You're a duck and a sheep. We might as well all walk around going quack, quack, blah, 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 blah. All right, that's it. Division process. If you ask me the question, how many minimum divisions to have, I'm going to tell you 18. But I don't have a magic wand. Mine's broken, bent, okay? I don't have a BS, all right, to give you. One of my books is called BS Doesn't Pay Your Bills. But again, what do? If I needed 9 lines of credit, we know that's 9. If I need 9 locations, then that's 18. So the minimum division process should always be 18. Now, here's the thing. I can get you credit cards to you, division process, and the corporation all day long, no problem. We can line you up and knock it down, okay. The banks want to see 2 years old for corps and divisions, okay, to get a line of credit for 150. All right, when you see these things, you can't get a loan from the bank, that's BS. I loan people all the time to get a 150s, 50s and more. This is called checkbook money. Checkbook money. This is called blueprint loans, okay? So again, you hear all this blah, 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 it's a bunch of crap. But again, now that I got my 1,000 followers, I want to tell people more of the truth. How many divisions you want depends on your project. I have a client, he has an apartment complex, 117 units. He needs 122 divisions. Every tenant is going to sign a different lease. We're going to separate liability. We don't know which unit can slip, fall, and sue us and screw us up. We're going to play and win the game of business. So if you said 19 or 9, it's going to be basically, all right, literally, let me back it up too fast. 18 is 36, 36 is 72. What do we want? Need to file now, because the goal is to get it to be next year, say it's on its 2nd year. That's pretty important. So as we do this thing, we get to play. This is in my book 40 years ago. So understand, when I created, I kept adding to the books and books and books, and they told me years ago, the world's not ready for you, Ray. Well, too bad, get ready anyway. Here's a corporation with a division. 3 subs, 2 and 1 more. So subdivisions were created for what? The apartment complex. Okay, the Wendy's restaurant, the storage unit, the pieces. See, we don't know where liability is going to come from, so we need a corp, division, and subdivisions. This helped me create up to 16 million of credit. Every division can create credit file, Experian, China, and Equifax up to $1 million. There's 10 applications to play with anyway. Now, I'm throwing a lot at you today. What does this really mean? You have the right to go online every day, and get stuck with me every day. Friday classes, Saturday there's 6 classes live. So I don't want you to get involved in my programs unless you're going to play with me. We're going to play together. We're going to make sure we read the book together. I'm going to tell you what page 6, paragraph 3 says. When it said winning the game of business, it said cash flow for your time. I own the rights to that, even though other people use it. It's like, blueprint of success. The Blueprint Millionaire, I own that too. I got to go call Grant. My attorney's got to call him and say, get it off your T-shirt. All right, I own that. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to wake up this world and shake them up. So understand, I had a problem in 1988. I got 53 million of credit cards, 53 million. What do? Library time, C191D, loan that money again. It said I can loan money from a corporation to a what? Person privately. So I wrote another book. Every time I do something to solve problems, all right, books and books and books. Okay, who's going to read you the story? Me. You're stuck with me. Isn't that fun? It's called Buckets of Money. I took and did a matrix on 4.6 million. That was the goal. $4.6 million of credit. All right, I turned it into $190,000 a month. They're not shrinking my limits anymore. They're actually growing the limits. That was good. If you can use the credit, it grows. If you don't use it, they shut it down. That kind of sucks. But this is 1989. By the way, the notes behind it, this is where I showed Russ Dalby about 25 years ago in his notebook and everything else, his toolbox, to do better notes a different way. So what happens? The notes behind that were $1.1 billion, by the way, $1.1 billion. We get to play the game to win. So let's understand. I'm going to protect my assets and not bring the pain home. I'm sorry, I believe you bring the pain home all the time. There's no reason to do that. Just got to get basically here, no problem. Okay, live, all right, like the live, like the live. I'm just reading some notes over here and all the things we get to do. All right, thanks for the comments, Mr. Reynolds. Thanks, all right, for the things we do. Well, the main thing is, how do we get past go? I think we're all stuck. I think it sucks. So here's one of the Lamborghinis. I had 21 cars in the car collection. If you notice in the back, it says Reynolds University. The doors say it, the front say it as well. And the license plate says RR University. It's registered to a division of a corporation. If somebody bumps the car, they get to sue the division. What are we going to do? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and bankrupt the piece and get rid of the piece. I'm not letting all the pieces in one LLC. That's called stupid. We're not stupid. All right. Unfortunately, people follow stupid. One of my clients, Eric, he got 9 LLCs because they told him to. Got over here. Stop. It's a mess. Why would we do that to anybody? Because they want to make money? Understand. Here's the one of the Lamborghinis incorporating you to a division. Who's the duck? A division. What am I going to do? Write it down again and again. I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not the corp, but my family. If we don't package yourself this way or this way, and everything that's in the blueprint, all the things you learn out there is a bunch of hooey, in my opinion. I don't like hooey. I want you to play. I would love for you to play with me all next year, 2026, because I can create not only $1 million of corporate credit for you in your division process, repackage your personal life, make sure you get auto income to $100,000 a month. I think that's what you need anyway for the corporation. And then you can decide what your paycheck really needs to be. That's me. Oh, it's not possible. White man can't jump. Bunch of ding-dongs say that all the time. I kicked at the light, got a big gouge in my head. By the way, it's very simple. That's only 13 feet. See, it's a mindset. If I can touch it, I can kick it. Everything else is BS. Every goodie's a division. The line of defense, what I created and invented in 85, 86. We get to play my way. Isn't that fun? This represented up to $2 billion in real estate and having fun. And we got 21 cars in the car collection. What do I got? 1,013 divisions. Winning the game of business. Winning the game of business. See, that was the ultimate goal when I set up that in 76, is win the game of business and updated all the time through the years. That was fun. But again, what do? I'm going to call it boring and steady. Okay, boring and steady. I believe your biggest problem is you. I'd like you to find a mirror later today. Look in the mirror and say, you're fired. I'd like you to fire yourself. I'm sorry, because you're now, 35 to 75 years old. You're disappointed. Some friends and family might have ripped you off. And what did you do? Let's rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. I want to blueprint you. I want you on the phone for an hour with you and your partner of life. I want to talk about your past, present, and future. I want to blueprint you, myself personally. Okay, that means I'm going to talk about past, present, future. Did you file bankruptcy? Did you seal it? Do you have a tax problem? Did you screw up American Express or Chase? Need to know these things. Family, wife, husband, kids, what do you got? I want to make sure you protect your family. Corporation, what kind you got? Oh, we got an LLC, raised in a corporation. When you do the tax return, they still class it as a corporation. So yes, it's a limited liability company. Blah, 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 blah. But your problem you got is you got this book. This is Bible with the LLC. Certificate of ownership. It's in the book. You're the managing member. Who's the duck and sheep? You. You walk around going quack, 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 bah, bah, bah. Again, what do? So the corporation divisions, you need 18 minimum, 18 division process. All right, we're going to create an irrevocable trust. Write down irrevocable trust. You got to protect your assets and not bring the pain where? Home. We're going to understand house and car. Car should always be a division because we have a bumpity bump. You have all these nice bloodsucker attorneys on TV going, I'm number one. Billboards on the freeway too. All right, house, irrevocable trust. What do? When I put in my series in 1976, I wrote cash flow free time period years ago. Auto income. Auto income. What does this mean? If the corporation has money coming up to $100,000 a month, and you get a paycheck, and you can take care of your family, you pay your bills, little leftover, can you go get the corporation to be millions and billions? Of course you can. I never want you to say you're rich. If you go out there saying I'm rich, I want you to wash your mouth out with soap. And I want you to say only stupid people say they're rich. Sorry. I'm going to challenge them all. Because rich, that means the IRS heard you. What if they indict you for opening your big mouth? I'm rich. Well, when you say that, isn't that piercing your veil? So the office, if you call the office today, instead of the $5,000, I'm going to give you for $2,000. So now you get stuck with me. I like that. But again, while you're online here, what do? I give a discount if you do it online. Very simple to do. Very simple, $9.99. What is our goal? Repackage you. Repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. Make sure we don't bring the pain home. Without a blueprint, how you can go get it. Okay? How do you go get it? It's very simple. If you partner with me, what happens is it becomes a free process. Free. But again, I'm trying to help everybody I can if you allow me to. What do? 1984 rolls around. Okay? Okay? 1984. I got, satellite stores, all kinds of stuff, trucks and pieces and everything else. And I own all these things. No problem. 84 scared me. I got this letter in the mail talking about franchise tax fee. Up to $800 to $1,000. That could be $1 million too. No. Sacramento time. Sacramento, can I create an entity, please, under the corporation? I asked 2 departments. Can I create an entity under the corporation that doesn't have to pay franchise tax fee? See, corps to corps have to pay franchise tax fee for every corp. 84 rolled around. What did I do? I asked the question. 85, it changed. 1985, they said create a form or modify one. This means that credit files are set up. So this form said husband and wife and partner. So I could see in my head, okay, here's chapter 18. I could see the S is for saying entity, or employer, or even individual person. So I'm connecting this, and I can mentally see this stuff in my head and sort it. I connected the dots. Your corporation is going to have a division. It's going to be number 4A. I'm going to put something in escrow. I'm going to put something in escrow. You're going to get up to 150s on checkbook money. I'm going to line you up for that. You're going to write a check to escrow. Would you like 25, 50, or 75% of a Wendy's or storage unit or something? If you get the blueprint loan, you'll write a bigger check. But again, it's all based on you. I believe you kind of screwed this up. You didn't get auto income. All right, you're basically trying to start a business and blah, 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 and hurt your family. So again, that is basically 4A, that's you. My corporation, one of them is going to be 4, okay? Now, we're going to take a B and a C if we have 3 people plus me in a project. Got it so far? See, you're going, I can't buy the Wendy's, it's $1 million down. Well, let's see. What if we put 10 people, $100,000 in there? Can we all get a piece? Can we get a piece? Get a piece. That's the goal. Get a piece. Okay? I don't want to be rich. I want to be amazing. All right? That's the goal. You are amazing. Okay? See, we're all amazing. We're God's kids. Okay? We're God's children. So, all right, I don't want anybody to be rich. I want to pay your bills. I want to take care of a family, and I want to help more people. See, if the corporation's rich, I'm going to tell you like this gentleman here. Okay, I want him to have a nonprofit. My first corporation was a nonprofit. If we file a nonprofit today, even if you don't have enough money, you can get a paycheck. Well, it's grant money. You can create money in a cash flow. You can help more people. I haven't had a paycheck for 40 plus years. Why would I want one? I just want to change lives. That's my whole goal. I'm just having fun. Simple. So what happens is we have an A, B, and C. Would you like 50%, 75, or 25? So again, since 1987, playing the game. If you want today to help me help other people, you can. This means you can actually become like an affiliate with us and help us. What am I going to say all the time? Always good. Always good, because I have to keep that mindset. I might be going, but I'm always good. I'm not going to let someone steal my peace. I'm always good. Thank you, Jesus. It's simple. I think and I believe I'm on a mission. I have been on a mission since I was a kid to change the world. I want to have the Reynolds movement, by the way. I want everybody to play and win the game. I want everybody blueprinted. I want everybody to understand what you're allowed to do, not to bring the pain home. That 1%er should be 99%er. That's my goal. Why don't we help everybody? Analytical 750. What does it mean? Analytical 750, this is the dashboard you can get. Basically, it's free to sign up and learn what needs to be done. And you can actually pay a monthly fee if you needed to. It's the dashboard to play. Here's our problem. All right, we have Credit Karma. The problem is they don't have a phone number. They've been indicted 6 times, okay? And they don't have a Experian.com, which your banks need Experian, period. So I say we're fired. Now, here's Experian helping you, and usually like a Chase card or anything else you do, personal business, there's no interest up to 22 months. So we could actually finance the dream. That's the ultimate goal as we play this game to win. Analytical calls you every 46 days. They tell you exactly where your credit report is what needs to be. They analyze you the first time for free. This is what you need to do. There's no guessing anymore, bottom line. So they charge about 25 bucks a month. That's good. Okay, Experian, you can go there, but that's $34. So again, the goal is, how do we do this? Now, they're also helping you with your Dun & Bradstreet, your Experian, Treasurer, and Equifax business reports. Their app store is going to be out there basically this next year as well. Business and personal credit. The goal to really help people. That's the ultimate goal. So it's like anything else today. I have my books at the library. Okay, no problem. The ability to help people. What a concept. Okay, now let's understand. Today, if you let me blueprint you, rebuild you personal to the 750 score, you're a CFO, I would tell you the next thing is we build credit to the corporation and divisions, you're going to take corporate credit. You're going to understand borrow money is not taxable. It's very simple. Okay? You're going to buy your lifetime income. I would say probably the checkbook money. That's what we should do. But again, it's up to you. Not here to be safe an attorney. This money, borrow money, not taxable, what does it mean? You're creating debt to offset taxes. This would be the ability to buy a fourplex, apartment complex, a Jack in the Box, a Wendy's, a Taco Bell. See, it's ran by management. I mean, go to the Wendy's tomorrow and go inside and ask, all right, can I talk to the owner? There's no owner. It's a management company. If we basically own a piece of something, we can understand how to create an income. Now, do you want to be a millionaire? Please say no. Please say no. See, I don't want you to say yes. I never want you to say yes. I don't want you to be rich. I've never been a millionaire. I don't want to be a millionaire. That's only stupid people. I'm rich. I'd like you to have a corporation that's worth millions. I'd like you to have 9 divisions, 9 lines of credit. If you had 9 divisions with 9 lines of credit in 9 locations, that's 18 divisions, that creates $100,000 a month to the corporation. So that can create $1.2 million to the corporation, still a small company, but again, you can get a paycheck. Then we can basically build more and more and more if you choose to. But again, it's the goal, creating income. People live on their income, and that's what the goal should be, versus saying, I'm being rich, or I don't buy your house. The goal is to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty, the goal. If you allow me in my system to set up the divisions for you, that allows me to set up the credit reports of Experian, Treasurer, and Equifax. I'm allowed to use 2,000 of history on a dashboard. I do not need tax IDs for divisions, okay? Because what I do is that daisy chain, which I created in 1989. These cards, getting 99 more cards, they'll even offer to you. I think you need 9, not 99, but it's up to you as well. What do we do? If you allow me to create the entities for you, I'm going to create the credit files, Experian, Treasurer, and Equifax, and you can get with or without credit. It's right here. Usually a division is like $1,000. Again, I think it's expensive. But again, if we had 3, 6, 9, 12, whatever we want to do is fine. So here's 3 with or without credit. Here's 9, here's 12. Normally I just double the numbers, but again, we're running out of time. Today, if you had your divisions or corporations or profit nonprofit filed, you want to file this year, so next year you can say it's on its 2nd year. That would be the ultimate goal. Okay, that's the ultimate goal for all of us as we play the game to win again. All right, the bottom line is very simple. I want to win. I do not want to lose. Today, during this webinar, all right, and what we're doing, you can call the office again, 800-254-9506. They'll line you up for 9 divisions for like $100 each. It's a giveaway. Again, usually that's like $5,000. Here's 18 for $16.99, a way to do this as well. So basically what you get to do is have some fun and line it up for yourself. If I'm building credit for you, let me add it to my dashboard. I can get you higher limits. That's how it works. So if I'm getting you $25,000 of credit, normally $2,500, no problem, 10%. But $2,000, you save a little bit of money. Okay, and that would be the goal, to save money. If I need $50,000 of personal business, again, usually about $5 grand, again, it's about 10%. Today it is $3,000. Okay, no problem. If I need $100,000 of personal and business, I need $200,000 of credit. That could be $20,000. It's expensive. If we lined it up, what do we get to do? I give it away for $5,000, $100,000 of credit, no problem. If a person wanted 2, I give them a better discount. They do it for 7. Okay, what do we do? The goal is building credit to corps and divisions and ourselves as well. We have to be basically a certified CFO. That would be the goal. So what do we do? So I'm going to say today, 800-254-9506. Keep in mind, all right, the banks charge us 5%. We're going to charge that as well if you use a card. That's how it works. So work with a specialist. Work with what can be done for you, helping you, helping you, helping you. I'm going to tell you to get up earlier. Sunday I'm here, all right, because my wife and my daughter are shopping and my son's in a class. What am I supposed to do? Sit there and watch TV? That's boring to me. Go over to the office. Let's have some fun. Let's do some, broadcasts. Let's go on TikTok. Let's have some fun and have some, that's it. Answer some questions. See, I don't want to watch TV and watch sports. That's just not my thing. Again, if that's what you do, that's fine. What do we do? I believe you should become a puppet master. What does that mean? A corporation with 18 divisions minimum, having $100,000 a month coming in automatically, get a paycheck, break even, and make sure you get the American dream and take care of your family. That's the goal. I think we should all focus on paycheck first. Paycheck. We live on income. When someone says, don't worry about the money, get the asset, excuse me, how are they going to pay their bills first? Well, why not buy a house? I mean, that makes no sense to me. Again, I'd rather build that situation, and then we can build what? All right, someone says dynasties and generation. Well, what happens is if you do it the right way, your family can take over what you build as a legacy. And that's where you get rid of the probate crap. Again, I'll show you how to do that too. What do? Auto income. The ultimate goal for all of us, we've lined up 51 so far, up to $1 billion of escrow so far next year. We're going to line up probably $3 to $5 billion next year to have some fun. If you want to play, you're stuck with me. Here again, I say take a picture. This is simple. Ray Reynolds, auto income. I believe this is what you should have did a long time ago. That's just my personal belief. If you own a piece of something, it doesn't matter what piece you own, a little piece, 25, 50, 75, whatever, it's auto income. If the money's coming in and we separate a liability and the family's taken care of, we paid our bills, and we broke even, are we okay? Then we go build it again and again. We don't want to be rich. Corporation's going to be what? You're going to be a puppet master. If we want $10,000 to $100,000 a month, that's what our goal should be. But again, how do we do monthly income? Okay, $10,000, $100,000 a month, no problem. We add pieces. Every location you do, for instance, if we looked at basically checkbook money, we look at blueprint loan, no problem. Other ways as well to get money in finance. We look at these things. So what happens in every escrow I've ever done is very simple. You're stuck with me. I'm in the escrow, flat out. I'm guiding the escrow. You're basically 3 of you can play in an escrow with me. You write a check from a line of credit that helped build it anyway. Borrow money's not really taxable, so you create what? The debt offsets the taxes after the bills were paid. Now you have it to $3,200 a month, each of us. That's your entity getting an income. It's not, you're not rich. $3,200. I don't want you to be rich. But all of a sudden we do that per division. What do we got now? All right, the goal is very simple as we do this pieces. Here's 50,000. Okay, so if we have 50,000, now let's say I got 3 people plus me. It's a storage unit, or fourplex. We need 200,000 of credit. There's 3 of us, or 3 of you and me. Now we got $200,000 to put down as a down payment. If we gather the people as a line of credit in a piece, we get a goodie. If we put 75,000, that is basically 5 people plus me again, closing an escrow, trying to get up to $7,500 after the bills are paid per person. This is auto income, owning a piece. I don't want that money for escrow. I never want to touch it. It goes into escrow, period. You own a piece. If you give other people money and they basically, a Ponzi thing or something, I don't want to do that. I want you to have a piece of something forever. You understand, it's yours till you're dead or it burns down. Hey, it's not going to burn down. We're going to die 50 years from now. That's our goal. It's yours. No one can take it away from you. It's a division process. Every division. There's your goal in 2026. Your goal here would be up to $100,000 a month. That's 9 divisions for lines of credit and 9 locations. That's 18 divisions, creates up to $100,000 a month. Again, it's up to you. It's a blueprint. Blueprint, you become a puppet master. That would be the goal. So again, your entity is going to be 4A. Mine's going to be 4, then we have a B and a C. We get to ownership of something, separate pieces. We get to win the game. If you play with me next year for 90 days, okay, no problem. Right away, okay, what do we do? Well, here's a kind of a 90-day package. And what happens? 100,000 of personal business credit. That's the goal we want to do. There you go. The blueprint call, definitely. Monthly calls every 3 weeks. 18 books. That's a full blueprint price or blueprint of success, 18 books and CDs. Financial series, real estate series, and Millionaires Founders Kit. 18 divisions. That's like 20 grand just for the divisions. 100, 10,000 for the credit. The goal is simple. The goal is to get you lined up right away. The office lists it usually about 10 grand, no problem. If you basically took their offer today and they were discounted price 7,000. If you played with me today, it's $5,000. I want to give it away so I can get you lined up for next year. It's more important to cover the cost of things and make sure you get you past go. That would be the goal for all of you. But again, it's going to be up to you to let me play and have some fun. Let's say you're very aggressive like I am. We're going to get 10 escrows next year, 10 escrows. We line you up, but that means you need 100,000 of personal and business. You need 200,000 credit. We have to take care of family and corporation. We need to finance the pieces. What do? 12 months, you're stuck with me. 200,000 of credit. The goal is simple, the blueprint call. Okay, what happens? You get 12 months of me. Every 3 weeks, you're and I on the phone. I'm telling you what to do next, and that's the goal. And that's what the goal should always be. We play the game to win. Now, that's about $27,000. Okay, 2006, 7, 8, 9, there was 100 grand. I had people wire me 100,000 10 times a day, doing $1 million a day. It was easy because I'm building millions of dollars of credit for people having fun. Okay, but that's 10 grand. Okay, that's 27,000. We're going to be winning the game of business. We're going to hold hands. You're online with me or in person 6 days a week, having fun. You're not going to get stuck. All right, you're going to get stuck with me. What do? It's called winning the game of business. If today you put $2,500 down, you could do that. If you paid your balance right away, then you get the 200,000 of credit. If you don't put the balance right away and you want to finance it, we can do that too. But then you get only 100,000 of credit. That's up to you. If this was done today, okay, it's normally $20,000. But again, today during the webinar with me, trying to get you involved in right away, it's $10,000 today, the whole thing. Now you're stuck with me for a year. Now you're getting 200,000 of credit. Again, what do? You work and be assigned to a specialist. My team is out there wanting to help and hold your hand. If you don't have a specialist already, get assigned to one. 800-254-9506. Use a card. Sorry, the bank charges 5%. They're going to charge that to you as well. That's how it works. Now, there are different kinds of loans to obtain. Okay, American Express, if you get you the gold and platinum cards, I'll show you what they show you, and they'll actually offer you a blueprint loan. That's up to $250,000, but they want you to have 30 transactions and $100,000 a month. That's what they want. If you don't have it, I have that. I can show them and help you and connect dots. We can connect the dots to obtain the goal. But again, it's going to be up to you again. Between dashboards and everything else we're trying to do, we can create the way to finance the dream. So here it is. They offer 99 cards. It's kind of crazy, but that's what they do. 99 more. But again, that's up to $250. You become the bank and installment loans, what you want to do. You might have a couple of escrows going simultaneously. But they want $100,000 in and out of the bank account, and they want to see 30 transactions. You don't have it? I do. We can add it to your bonus in your program as well. But again, it's what you're trying to do. Easy? No, nothing's easy. They want to give you 99 cards. Let's go get 9. No, let's get 9. 9, please. 9 cards. We don't need 99. So, like these people here took the lines of credit and they got into a franchise. That was the goal. They bought a piece of something. Again, we use borrow money because we build the foundation and the blueprint. Everybody with structure can build the American dream. Structure builds what? Finance, and finance builds dreams. We take care of family first, and we build up and away and become puppet masters. Help me help other people and help you. That's the goal. Give me 10 followers today, you get winning the credit game for free. 50 followers, very simple. You get a 15-minute phone call. And 100 followers, you get a free blueprint. Simple. You and your partner in life on the phone with me in a Zoom meeting or something. We want to play. I want you to focus on 2026. I believe all of you, sorry, don't take it personally. I think you have a resolution, New Year's resolution. I think you kind of give up on it as it starts. If we're in coaching, the reality is I'm going to be pushy. I don't give you, you can do this. No. I'm going to say this is what you're going to do. I don't give you a choice. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you what to do every step. I treat my clients like they're 2 years old. Simple. Because they have to learn all these pieces. They have to learn the full blueprint, what it really means on the division process. How to protect their family the real way. Or not all the silly things you see out there on social media all the time too. So we look beyond the curtain every time. We stay safe. We basically do our best. Let Jesus do the rest. Amen to that too. You're stuck with me. I'm not perfect. Okay, I make mistakes all the time. I'm a pastor. But I make mistakes, and some things that I say or do is simple. Living by the book is almost impossible. But I'm going to do my best, and God does the rest. Amen to that too. If you want to get involved in a program with me, you're stuck with me. All right, 6 days a week, stuck with me. Simple. Class is 6 of them on Saturday, Friday, and every day of the week. So I can't sell you something without trying to hold your hand. I'm going to read you the book. I'm going to answer the question for you. All right, I'm sorry that you spend money on things that don't help you enough, and that's just a bunch of crap, I think. So 800-254-9506. Tonight, you have the ability to change your life, and I'd love to help you do that. So let's do our best. Let Jesus do the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all. Thank you for coming tonight.